Good evening to all of our viewers, and welcome to episode 4 of Fitness Focus. Tonight we have a special treat for you. We have a friend of mine, a fellow PTI, and the trainer for the Jamaican National Cricket Team, Anthony Kepple. Welcome, Kepple.
Thanks for having me. Good evening, everyone.
How are you doing? How are you doing?
I'm good. Thanks
Thank
for
you for
inviting me.
joining us. I know that you have a busy schedule with our cricket team. It's the national team after all.
Yes, definitely have a busy schedule. Still have a lot more things I have to take care of along with the cricket team. So I'm
Yep,
happy that
yep.
you have invited me.
Man, I'm just really happy to have you here. But let's dive in one time. So you are both a member of the Jamaica Defense Force as well as a PTI, as I just mentioned. So what has your journey to this stage been like?
Oh, it's very interesting. Pretty much my background is in cricket. I would have played cricket most of my youth life growing up, and that is how I actually became a PTI. While joining the army, playing cricket for the army, I they saw that I really love fitness even while playing cricket, and they would have recommended me to do the basic PTI course in Jamaica. That's
Mhm.
how we end up getting to meet in Trinidad after I commanded the Trinidad PTI course. That's where the
Right, right,
journey has
right.
started.
Nice. So what led you to decide to join the defense force? Was that like part of the big plan, or was it just, along the way?
It wasn't necessarily part of the big plan, but while playing cricket, the defense force at that time was huge on sports, especially cricket. So they wanted to maintain the the transition. Some of the
Hmm.
guys were getting old, so they wanted new fresh blood coming in. So
Right,
at that
right.
time I was in and around as one of the younger players who were coming through playing cricket in the country. So they reached out to me and invited me to join in, and
Hmm.
well, they sold it they sold it in a different way, to be honest. They said that, oh, you're gonna come and play cricket. And then when I came, of course, I had to go through the rigor stuff. For months, I had to tell my mother that I'm going to play cricket because she always wanted me to become an electrical engineer, and I was en route. And then I said, Mom, the army want me to go and play cricket for them, and it's a good opportunity. I would just play for them and come back home. And the next time my mother saw me was in the middle of training when they invited her to a what is called a family day in the army. And
Right, right.
from there, she started to accept it, and I started representing the JDF in cricket. Did pretty well. Can't complain. Didn't go on to represent the senior national team, but here am I now, well representing as a trainer. So I'm proud.
Well, that's great, man. That's great. It sounds like even though it wasn't your plan, like the path was just set for you to get here.
That is correct. That is correct. As I said, from as early as around 2010, by then I was in the peak of my cricketing career. Still was able to play for the country, but
Mhm.
after I did the PTI course in JDF, everything started to change because I never knew that the PTI role had so much work in it. So
Mhm.
by then I started to train the cricket team while playing, and as while playing I realized that it's very difficult to train the team and play. And then I even started to realize that I'm even better at training the team. I get more result training teams than playing.
Mhm.
Younger guys were coming through, so I said, look, I'm gonna step away. And when I came to Trinidad 2015, by then I would have it gave me the opportunity to, when I returned, to hang the boot up in terms of cricket
Right.
for the defense force. And I started to go in and around the national team, assisting here and there, and pretty much the trainer, Mr. David Bernard, he's retired now, and I would have
Mhm.
been molded from them to pretty much take on the task. And yeah, I just fitting in, trying to do the best I can.
Well, from what I've seen, you're doing a great job, man. But one question, just between PTI batch, what's your best memory of the PTI course?
Go again?
The best memory of the PTI course.
Wow. Oh, that is amazing. There's so much memories. But best memory. It's tough. It's tough. But if I should, it have to be this first half PT. First half PT for me. Yeah,
Mhm.
best memory. Yeah, man. It was amazing. I'm used to training because unlike you who have joined the course as a civilian, I am a soldier. Plus, I would have gone through serious training. Plus, I would
Mhm.
have I would have done actually two PTI courses in Jamaica, which are pretty much rigorous, similar. But the difference for the staff PT is that it is what not to do. A matter of fact, I would experience it in Jamaica, but not with so many instructors.
Right.
We probably it was 25 of us on our course, and like maybe half a dozen instructors. But the first staff PT we have about 30 instructors. Listen, you couldn't skiff or anything at all. It was very difficult. It took me a while to work on the skiffling skills, over the weeks. But yeah, man, that's an amazing course. No regrets at all.
Well, we just got a little hail out from one of our batch, Kern Guyton.
Yeah, big up
Guyton,
yourself.
thanks for tuning in. Anything you want to say to Guyton?
Yeah, man, big up yourself, Batch. You know, happy that you could join in. Hope to see you on one day so I can watch you.
It's all in the cards. It's all in the cards. As we were talking a little bit earlier about you training the cricket team, we have a little clip of you actually doing the work here. All right.
Go, 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 go. Push right to. Come on, push right to. Push right to. Come on. Come on, push right to. Push right to. Come on, Jake. Come on, Gloves, go on, gloves. Push right to. Push right to. Push right to. Push right to. Don't too close.
Looking like they're under some pressure there, boy. Careful. That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
There's one standard. There's one standard.
Standard.
Once I turn up it's work time, they know that they're pretty much very much in tune to what I'm doing. I'm
Mhm.
very detailed. I will explain to them the plans and how we plan to achieve it. And as you would know, it's impossible to get anyone fit. Persons have to want to get fit. And these guys, they are not the fittest. And when I met them, they were not the fittest. But my intention is to bring them to the best version of themselves physically.
Excellent, excellent. You gotta push them. You gotta push them. But branching outside of cricket training, you have your own company, Energy Fitness.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit
Yes.
about it now.
Oh well. All right. So Sweet Energy Fitness, it pretty much would have birthed from we're a heavy aerobics group. We
Mm-hmm.
always doing aerobics in the camp. We have a gym in the camp, and it's a it is an aerobic kind of atmosphere. And so I started doing aerobics pretty much early after the
Mm-hmm.
PTI course and started to get good at it. Person started telling me, but I didn't take it seriously. I was just having fun. And another batch, a couple of guys who came to Trinidad, we started to train a few persons in the street, pretty much go to banks and do classes for them.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever hotels, wherever and do classes in our spare time. And then we realized the demand was getting great. Persons started to fall in love with us, and we decided to turn it into a little brand. We have one of our old batch called Jet Lee. Some person who are watching probably know him. He went overseas, and while he was there, we spoke to him and he assisted us in creating a name. And actually, he came up with the name Sweet Energy Fitness, and we started to a page, and it's just everything is blossomed from there. We then start to recruit dancers and other trainers and just
Mm-hmm.
train them. We pretty much have a workshop yearly, 3 workshops per year. So 'cause we have a particular style that we operate, and so all the trainers have to pretty much, you know, operate a particular way. I'm actually wearing one of
Right,
the Sweet
right.
Energy shirt right now as we speak.
Boom blast.
Yeah, naturally. Yeah,
That's what we're talking
Sweet
about.
Energy. Yeah. So basically, so that I've taken a different spin. So after coming to Trinidad, and I picked up a few things there. I saw some clubs like Five Star Fitness Factory was one notable club, and
Mm-hmm.
I saw what they were doing, the excitement, and when I got back, we're pretty much still building out, and then it just started to blossom where person started to see what we're doing, especially through Instagram, and they started to invite us to come and set up work out at their locations for them. And then we started this event called Sweat Fit. Sorry I can't bring it up. Similar to the Sweat Fit in Trinidad, but uh, I find out one is very huge.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would have looked at the Trinidad one, huge. The last one we had was 1,500 persons attended it. We had a DJ from Trinidad came down
Right.
called Quick Star. He's somebody I would have met. He real bad. I don't know if you know him. Quick Star from South. I
I've heard the
think,
name, but I don't know him. Know
yeah,
him.
man. He real bad. He real bad. He have some production company. I would have met
Mm-hmm.
him while I was there. Yeah, man.
Right, right.
But Sweet Energy, we pretty much offer boot camps, personal training, outdoor workout. We go to persons' home to train them, especially offices. That is what we're big on. The pandemic would have shaken that up, but when we go to their offices, we set up their own gym for them, and that's what we would have sold to them. Sold to the to big companies that look, if you can start a program at your company, you will save millions, and present to
Right.
them how it can happen. Very simple. Um, Normally, if your staff is fitter and healthier, that's one way they will produce better. And naturally, even after that, most time the sessions start around 5, 6 in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Persons leave work at 4:30. We normally say to our owner, a business owner that look, if the session starts at 5, between 4:30 and 5, persons, because they have to work out, they will just work a little later, smartly. So you're getting some free hours from them without knowing. And they
Right.
always buy into it. Before COVID, we had 15 different companies that we train, pretty much. So we have 3 directors, along with myself is one, and 2 other director. That's Astro, they call him White, and another gentleman with her. We have a manager, we have a coordinator, we have about 15 trainers. And even the pandemic came, we still pull together, do a lot of online stuff. We're just creative. Sweet Energy is a package by itself. It's an amazing product. We pretty much, personally say we are the hit here. A lot of clubs are here, a lot of different, but we have a vibe, we have an energy. I really
But
proud of the guys. I can tell you, I am pretty much always someone behind the scene, but there are some guys who put in the work day in day out. There's too much to call to speak of them now, but out there watching, let's speak up on the service, isn't it? Yeah, Jamaican style. Yeah, man.
so so 15 trainers, that's a lot to manage, man. How is that? How do you manage 15 trainers? Because like I have done some stuff with 5 star and they generally have 4, 5, 6 trainers, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like I said, because of the demand, so these trainers are more contracted. So because of the demand, in terms of, as I said, prior to the pandemic, we had about 15 different locations that we go to every
Mhm.
evening. Plus, we have our own space that we operate.
Right.
Um, so these trainers pretty much goes out. So how we manage them pretty much started from the workshops.
Mhm.
So we would have had a workshop. Let's say we have the same template, same standard. We have our discussions, we have our customer service presentations. We have a standard. So once you join up, you have to go through a particular realm. So you don't just turn up. No matter who you are, we still prepare you, still fine tune so you understand what is happening. We try to help you as much as possible to understand
Mhm.
it. It doesn't always work because sometimes you need a trainer now, but
Yeah.
But if you miss a workshop in say January, he will catch one in March. So we try to
Mhm.
have 3, 4 workshops per year, and it is normally what mold us. We have the same standard. They know what we stand for. They know that what we're about, and they want to learn as well. Because myself and Witan Astro, very knowledgeable. We would have been around for a while and super knowledgeable, as you can see. If I'm training national team, I have a business, and you know, you would understand that I have some knowledge. Plus, I've been serving in the army for a while,
Yeah.
doing PT. I've trained recruits, etc., etc.
All right.
Somebody
So
asked a question.
yeah, we're gonna answer this question. I have an answer, but I will let you answer it, and then I have a little video here to show everyone. But go ahead and answer the question. The difference between a trainer and a coach.
Well, over time, you realize that we start having now what is called wellness coaches. So a trainer is pretty much someone who specifically deals with physical fitness, while a coach deals with more skill stuff. However, um, persons like the brand, pretty much like Herbalife, I don't know if it's okay to call it in here. They would have speak of wellness coach. So a coach would coach somebody, teach them what to do, ensure that they follow certain protocol, certain procedure. While a trainer, a trainer job, little or no teaching, just get you in great shape. However, over time, as you get experience as trainer, you'll be teaching some stuff, especially techniques and so on and so forth. But a trainer is really his job or his or her job is to deal with fitness,
Yeah.
physical and mental well-being. But the coach's job is to teach the skills.
So I actually have an analogy. The difference between a trainer and a coach. We might run like I also was training a cricket team, right? One of the teams that takes part in our national league, and the coach and the trainer, the coach and I may do the same drill, but the difference is the focus. For example, the coach might you might sit them down. The coach will throw the ball and tell them run after it. The coach's focus is how well they get the ball, turn around, and send it back in. My focus is how quickly they get up and run after the ball, because I'm looking at reaction time, speed. They are looking at technique on picking up the ball and throwing it back in. So it's the exact same drill, but the focus might be different. So that to me is probably one of the best ways to explain the difference between a coach and a trainer. What do you think?
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree. That's a good layman way to put it. But
Yeah.
definitely, the coach teaches more and the trainer get you to
Hmm.
move more.
Yeah.
It's similar, yes.
All right. So earlier on, you were talking about your boot camps. We actually have a little bit of footage from one of them.
Yeah, man. I am huge on boot camp. These days, I take pride in boot camp. I'm a real boot camp guru. That is my thing. I love the
Nice.
aerobics. Everyone want me to do aerobics class, but boot camp, call me in Trinidad, I'll fly over. But I probably not come for the aerobics. You have a lot of aerobics instructors, but boot camp, I come with a package, boy.
Nice, nice. Let's take a little look at one of your boot camps. I think it's a com camp or combat camp
Yes,
kind of thing.
yes, yeah,
Right.
man.
Let's go. All right. So tell us a little bit about what's happening there, because I'm seeing some stuff that I can only guess at, but I'd rather you describe it, because what I'm
All right.
seeing actually is guys in military boots and.
Yeah, yeah. It's an image. Remember, the image is critical. So the outfit is everything. So I would have been in black.
Right.
The other guy there in a military kit, he invited us to do that camp for him.
Right.
So the two guys in black are from Sweet Energy. And
Nice.
so basically when we turn up, the idea of inviting me is pretty much to bring a little difference, especially from an army perspective. So I would give them a little taste of the army stuff. If you realize they're the rolling, the crawling, they're pretty much on the ground as opposed to doing exercises. So so we will have that's a segment of it. So we'd still have our regular squat and burpee and push up, whatever, tire flipping. But before they enter there, I have a quarantine here. That was done during COVID. So you realize I cash and tape it off. So that is a quarantine here. Once they enter crawling, they can't leave until they have to just crawl back out when I'm finished with them. That was pretty much the concept. It was real fun. It's real fun.
To me, it looked like kind of military drills.
That's what I'm saying. That was the focus.
Yeah. Nice, man. Nice. The next thing. So you say you love boot camp, but you want to do a lot of aerobics, but you have 15 trainers. So do you find that different trainers have their different specialties?
Yes, definitely. One thing that everyone must have, the base have to be to do dance aerobics. That is a base. We teach that. We teach dance aerobics from scratch. Some persons have it, and some persons pretty much have it better. And we have a group of dancers. We have 6 dancers as a part of our team. They were dancers before they became fitness instructors, so they can naturally dance. If you would have, I guess, yeah. So they can naturally dance. So they already fit in to what we want immediately, because they would have catch aerobics by looking or just by doing it, because they already can dance.
Right.
But of course, and they now would have catch on to the bootcamp stuff. But you have trainers who are more biased to certain things. You have some persons who love personal training more. But like I said, we are a rounded group, and we just try to focus on the wider aspect of physical training, as opposed to just targeting any one area, because that is what we stand for. We believe in working out anywhere, anytime, using any space, any equipment.
Right.
To achieve that, you have to be rounded. As I saw there was nothing. All we had was just pulling out the place and people just crawling. And I can tell you, they are dying. And you would know that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with you on that. We could use the world of equipment. We could use absolutely nothing and still get a heavy workout in.
Of course.
But I do have one thing to say, though, as you're talking about different specialties. You're talking about the fact that you'll do aerobics, but you really love boot camp. But the thing is, I mean, in fact, I'll just let the audience see for themselves. We have a little clip here also.
Step with me. Now play. Keep smiling. Keep moving. Like some of you guys do that. Come on. Right there. Bring it up. 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 Right there. Lovely. Hey. Bring it up.
So, I prefer boot camp, but you're looking like you're damn good at aerobics too, man. What? You're trying to fool us?
No, like I said, I find I'm a guru at aerobics. Of course, I'm a good man, because that was actually Sweatfit Trinidad, the online version that took place. Because I have some friends in Trinidad, I'm not sure if they're online. Mick Physique.
Actually, we're interviewing him next week.
Great. Dre, a couple of them. My two. But Mick, I'm a general. Yeah, I've never met him, but when the pandemic started, we link up and he did a live for us, and the place right off. First love him, and they thought, oh, Kepple, that have to be your friend. because we have a similar little attitude and style, and so we show off. Let's say I show off, but not really. But so he invited me, and I took it. I wanted. They were very happy with the music that I played because when I came to Trinidad, I when I go around sometime and do aerobics, I normally use techno or 90s. But first when I did it, I was told that Kepple persons are just love soca. But because of my style attitude and my personality, I know that I could play souls and get people to move. I know I'm very confident. So I didn't. So that is why I eventually dropped that track, just to switch up the thing. I know it will be heavy soca based on the fact that it's a Trinidad event. So it was fun. I enjoyed it. A lot of persons, about 400 people or 500, I think, was on the Zoom, and it was great, man. It was amazing. Sorry I didn't have more time. We actually did a promo video for it. I should have had that one. I don't know why I didn't have it. Promo video for the Trinidad one. I should have had it.
Actually, I think I do have it, but limited time.
Yes, I understand.
So, of course, you do different things: personal training, boot camps, aerobics, all of that stuff. Do you have, and of course, training a national cricket team, right? Do you have a different approach as you go into each type of training? Do you have like a different style, a different approach, a different mentality? Like, for example, civilians versus military versus or your office worker versus elite cricket elite athletes and that kind of stuff?
Yes, definitely. To be honest, I have one style. I have one style, one belief. However, is the volume and the intensity. It's a fit principle that I would have applied. The frequency, the intensity, time, and type of training. So it's the same style, same standard. When I train a civilian, I know that they are not training for performance; they're training for health and wellness, or maybe weight loss, etc. So I wouldn't load them up. I wouldn't push them as hard. I have more time with them. While sweet energy now, it's a mixture. So you have to be careful with sweet energy. Those civilians. So for example, the military persons, I just believe I just have one standard when I train. So for example, military persons, I still assess, see where they are, and present. For sweet energy, office workers, etc., same method. Assess, see where they are, but juggle. And when we're doing the boot camps now, that is kind of different. So the boot camp there's no assessment in the boot camp. Because most time, if I see the person for the first time, just how the boot camps are advertised, persons know that you have to be ready. Once you step through that gate, there's no, we just have a first aider there. I would just tell you, we just read out a park you if you think that, look, this is not for you, just don't join. That is go hard or go home. If you read our flyer, it's go hard or go home. For the national team, that is the fun part. I enjoy that. Those guys are 99%, they are not at zero. So you know that I can really crank it up. I don't worry about them. I just design my 6-month training plan and crack on. So I've been training them since. So they're pretty much, their periodization data started in June, July. Pretty much looking to have a competition around February. So I just had fun. I just blast them left, right, and center the first couple of months. So right now we're having a little pre-competition thing because they have some games playing now, so a little bit of balance. So my approach is just the principle, the method of training, and I just keep it still. But no matter who I train, recruit, civilian, same way, same approach. Assess, see where you are, and crank it up. Very straightforward. And that is the best principle, I think, worldwide.
You just brought back up the national cricket team and how you can go hard with them, push them, because these are elite athletes, right? When I first started training a cricket team, for me, it was a new environment. But for you, it's not a new environment because you've been playing cricket for however long, right? Did you find it challenging to integrate yourself into the team as a trainer? Or did you just go and be like, all right, I'm your trainer, and boom, that's it. And that's been the attitude ever since,
not at all. I am personally I am smart, so whatever I do I observe. Even even I came on the stream, I will still observe the vibe first, and then I will get into myself.
Right.
So initially, I watch them, I play, toy with them. I see where they are, and I give them the leeway, I give them their, and then as we go along, I will tell them the standard. I give them a mixture. I bring a little sweet and to them. I give them liquor no army because they're looking for the army because the soldier coming to train us. So they're looking for the army, and I still don't give them. 4 months and they haven't gotten it. Next week I plan to. We're going we're going to do some hill training next week. We're doing a hike for about 8 hours hike. So that's like an army. So they get it next week. They don't know yet. Maybe they're watching, so they a burst secret. But pretty much straight sweet energy and just the cricketing concept. I used to train them.
Right.
The arm is so minimal, but they're still looking for it. And that's what I'm saying. That maybe over time I will, give them that. But in general, that is how I operate. Assess, like I said, and pace myself in.
Nice. All right, so we have to take a little break. Advertise one of our upcoming magazines. Take a look.
Have I ever been a victim of body shaming? I would say recently, as I've gotten into fitness, especially in the Caribbean.
Have I been a victim of body shaming? Yes, I have.
Have I ever been a victim of body shaming? Definitely yes.
I have been a victim of body shaming.
I have been a victim of body shaming, especially when I was pregnant.
Do pregnant women face body shaming or other types of ignorance?
Yes, I have been a victim of body shaming.
I have been a victim of body shaming.
Yeah, I've been a victim of body shaming quite often.
Interesting thing about body shaming is it doesn't take any one form.
I have been a victim of body shaming throughout my life, really.
Have I ever been a victim of body shaming? Yes.
All right, welcome back. We're still here with Anthony Kepple. So Kepple, that is actually a project. Well, as you can see, I actually took part in the project as one of the models. So the founder of the magazine had this idea to tackle body shaming by taking a bunch of different athletes, different types of athletes, and showing that we all have, our own challenges, because everybody thinks that as an athlete, you have this perfect body, you have this perfect life, and everybody loves you, when the reality is that even as an athlete, we have some of the same challenges that everybody else has. Myself as a trainer and a capoeirista, of course, I face, body shaming issues and other such issues. So what we did is we literally went, the full Monty. We can call it tasteful nudes for those who are watching. Yes, the magazine is coming out very soon. Time to get excited about it. But what do you think about our push, our project, our attempt to tackle body shaming through this method?
Yeah, I think it's a very good product. In Jamaica, I don't think we ever spoke about it. In a sense, it's something that I would definitely share when you present it, because you're talking about even athletes, persons who look up a certain way just to get them to start and even turn up to workout. They don't want them to start. So that is the worst part of it. Athletes, I know that it's very difficult for athletes, because especially for bodybuilders, when they're pretty much, even say a bikini fitness athlete who comes right down to 10 and 12% body fat, They find themselves putting on weight very easily in off season. So they will even feel a way just to walk around. So it's a great topic. I love what you guys are doing. I think you should push it. And I said, especially persons who have not worked out and are really out of shape, they need the support more than anyone else. I think for athletes is more a mental thing. It's more of I don't know. It's more of they just want more. They just want to do better because a bodybuilder will never accept how they look or what they've achieved. They always want more. So, but I think it's more along the line of I think if you can, I don't know, I'm not sure how far you are at this point, but I think my suggestion would be to ensure that you don't leave. You have persons in who are really out of shape, and just to see how they pretty much get by on a daily basis, or or just to check if it affect them to start to work out, to come around persons who have this back of shape body, or this perfect, so-called perfect body, etc.
That's the thing. You see, I've noticed that it is very much a part of, and I think that it manifests itself differently across different cultures. Like, first thing that happens often when you go to a family reunion, oh gosh, look how he or she puts on so much weight, or how he looking skinny, so he not eating. I actually had an experience lifting weights in the gym, and somebody came up to me to ask me why I was lifting so much weights, what I'm trying to do. People telling me I look too bulky, and and it's like, no matter what you do, people will always have something to say. So it's no wonder that we all seem to have, well, not all, most of us seem to have some kind of self-image issue. As you mentioned, a bodybuilder, you know how many people would kill for a body like that? Yet still, there's always that little imperfection and whatever. So I think that we really need to tackle it as a society and recognize that we just all have different body types, and training isn't about the look. Training for me is always about being healthier, being fitter, about improved wellness and that kind of stuff. It's not about looking a certain way, but a lot of people internalize it, and I'm just hoping that this project, when it hits hopefully in the next few weeks, people will have a different view,
Yeah, definitely, because even the bodybuilders, like I said, they go through serious challenges as well, because you don't just build muscles as you would know overnight. And, when a person pretty much become vascular, meaning they start to show the muscles and veins showing up, and you're pretty much seeing some little fine muscles that you wouldn't see in an average person.
Right.
That is no basic achievement. You have to put in the work. You have to be disciplined. You have to work really hard. So I mean, hats off to everyone. And I think my recommendation to everyone is that when you work out, it's for you. It's really for you. I believe, just like you, that health and wellness should be the priority. I always say to my clients that you want to lose weight, fine, I understand that, but my aim first is to ensure that if a tsunami should hit, we're close to the sea, you can make it to the hills. And they laugh. I said, if you can give me that, normally it falls into place. So I always said, look, everyone as they start to work out, the first thing they want is a diet plan. And pretty much a diet plan is always there. It's like, you know what to eat, but yet still you run into a nutritionist or a trainer to assist you. When you know that you should eat the simple stuff, the growing provision, the this, that, and cut out just come off of the food that can't expire. These food that can't expire, they are not good for you. So once it can expire, those are the better food, and you eat in portion. But I mean, it is very interesting. I mean, when we grew up in the country, your parent would feed you and would give you food that are very good for you. But as we get exposed and get into the city, etc., we switch to the fast life. And then the fast life damages in no time. And immediately, you run to a trainer, and the trainer at 250 pounds, and you have to train to work a marathon. Now, there's no way you can put on 250 pounds at age 35, for example, and you expect it to come off in 1 month. No, that's impossible. You put it on in 35 years. So you probably was less than a pound. So you're going to have to be patient and believe in yourself and take your time.
Yeah.
You know, and it will fall into place. You can get it off quickly, but I can 99% of the time when you rush it off, it comes right back. Because to get it off, you're gonna have to starve yourself and crash diet. And the crash diet just don't work.
Of course not.
Yeah.
Those
And
things.
that is why when definitely. When you see the weight coming on you, you have to do something now. Not when it's gone too far.
I have to give you an applause for that. You know, you have to take control of your own health as early as possible. You can't wait until it gets, as you said, until it gets too far and then try to pull it back. By then, it's not impossible. I've seen some incredible transformations, but the challenge to get there, you know. So, you know, of course, we as trainers have to take care of ourselves also. So we have a little clip of you doing exactly that. All right, we're going to put that up now.
Okay.
So there you have it. King Kepple taking those battle ropes to task. So what is your approach? Is your approach any different when you're training yourself from when you're training your clients? Because I know that my approach for myself is actually a little bit different.
Well, it's quite funny. I'm a hit kind of person. Everything for me has to be short because I don't like the long workout, but when I'm training people, I train them long. I'm happy that I can't train myself. I just cannot train myself. If I really could train myself, I would be probably very skinny because I really train people very hard. I don't. Yeah. If you ask me to train you, look, listen, it's go hard or go home. I just sit on and just push it very hard. No matter what, I'm a killer. But for myself, because I kill myself, I'm a 15 minutes kind of workout guy. Unless I'm lifting some weight, I will just take my time and go. But those workouts are, maybe as I said, I'm very hit type. And, you know, that's pretty much how I operate. But from time to time, I will hit a few irons. But it's just the time, because I know that for weight training, it takes so much of your time and patience and energy that's why I switched. I just focus on hits. So I keep me healthy and sharp, so I can move and just demonstrate and I just move. So I can move crazy in a sense. But for weight training, like right now, I'll try maybe this is normally my less busy time of the year, so I'll probably do some gym stuff. But the entire year, I hardly get to touch a gym. Hardly. Every now and then, when it's too bad, I say, look, I have to go and register.
I mean, for me, I am similar. I like shorter, more intense workouts, but for me also, I think one of the greatest advantages of training myself is that I know how I feel. So I know the exact rep that I have to stop. You know, I know the exactly how hard to push myself. And I think because of that, I tend to push myself a little bit harder than I push my clients, you know? So now don't get me wrong, I've been able to train some clients in the past to be fitter than I am, which means that they may do more reps than me, but the volume of, how hard it'll be for them to do that versus, the challenge for me may be a little bit different. So I know that I'm actually making it a little bit more intense for myself. That moment where you finish training and you just have to lie there to catch your breath for about 5 minutes. That's me. That's how I like to push myself. I don't tend to push my clients that hard because not everybody can take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. And as I said, if you don't feel any discomfort or anything after your workout, you know that you didn't work out. That's pretty much the case.
Yeah.
If you do some physical activity, walking around or just doing anything, then that is fine. But I am all about everything for me is training. So if I'm gonna train, I'm gonna train. So I best I train for 10 minutes and it's a good 10 minutes than I dare 1 hour wasting time. I'm not into that any at all. Neither for me nor my clients.
Yeah, any increase in physical activity is better, but you're right. You have to be able to get a little bit of you have to be able to get that heart rate up. You have to be able to get those muscles to fatigue, that kind of stuff. You have to be on that level, at some point during your training. Otherwise, you're going to plateau very quickly, and you're going to see results, and then you're just going to stop seeing results because you're not challenging yourself. We just had somebody, Kevin there, Sharkman, saying, just like you and I, he prefers shorter, more intense workouts. So I think that's pretty common amongst people those of us who train ourselves.
Definitely. For me, every session is like an overload. I just,
yep.
That is me. It's like I train to improve something every time. So, like I said, I don't get to train much. So even when I train the national team, I will squeeze another workout, even for 2 minutes. And so I'll train for 15 minutes, 3 times a day, 3 different times a day, and it's for 15 minutes now. So 5 minutes now, 5 minutes the next time, but I still get the effect. That's how hard I go when I do train. So sometimes I'll train with them smartly, just squeezing a little thing. So they're doing core, for example, and I want to get in core. I just teeth in a little core workout, but smartly. It wasn't my workout. So that is how I work out at times. And then I will have my little session. That session now, I will feel fatigued and I will be asking myself, what did I do all day? Then I realize that I work out with the guys early in the morning. So
yeah.
As a trainer, you have to be careful. You sometimes you'll burn yourself out not knowing. So sometimes you can't even have a specific training session for yourself because you're probably training with the client and don't know that, look here, what I'm actually training you. So everything adds up. Every mileage adds up. Sometimes when I have a fitness tracker, I will travel maybe 6 miles before midday because of what I'm doing. And I realize, oh yeah, I gone 6 miles this morning. And that is when I realized that I probably don't need to train today because I did 6 miles.
Yeah. I hear that. The thing is to stay consistent. I will say that's one thing. They say even the trainer needs a trainer because I'll say that's one thing for me. Sometimes I wish I had somebody else to push me instead of having to push myself all the time. I have one particular class where I train with the clients, and sometimes if my clients are unable to make it, I don't train. Big confession to everybody who is watching this.
Yeah, man, it's important to have that partner who will push you. Even if you're training yourself and you're the trainer, the partner, just being there really goes a far way.
It helps. All right, so it's actually time to get into our last segment here, the last rep. It's a quick question and answer segment with Anthony. Just to inject a little bit of fun and get to know you a little bit more. Ready?
Well, I'll try.
No problem. What's your favorite junk food?
KFC. Yeah.
So, squats or deadlifts?
Squats.
Legs or chest?
Legs.
So when you're feeling down, what is your go-to exercise for that little pick-me-up?
Clean and press.
Olympic lifts, you're complex man, boy. If you could work out with one person or have one specific trainer, who is your fantasy workout partner or trainer? The one person you could get.
Yes, we're definitely gonna choose aerobic. I would love to do dance aerobics with Mick Physique. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it will happen one day. Yeah, not training, just do aerobics with him in the same place.
Well, I will let him know for sure.
Yeah, I guess you know that already. But...
Yeah. What's your favorite workout music?
What genre? It's still soca. Definitely.
Cardio or weights?
Cardio.
Well, I can assume what your favorite sport is, but I'll still ask. What's your favorite sport?
Cricket.
Protein supplements or diets?
I look at both.
Right. And now it's time for the most important question of them all. The one that's on everybody's mind, the burning question. Are you ready for it?
First.
All right. TV or cinema?
Cinema.
Cinema, right. You're a go out kind of guy, change the scene kind of guy.
Yes, yeah, man, definitely.
All right, well, that's it. Now, thank you for joining us. Thank you for humoring me in that last segment. Is there anything you'd like to say to our viewers before we sign out?
This is a kind of on-the-spot question, but I'll try to leave a few words. I just want to say that time management, I just want to speak a little on time management, how important it is. At the start, you Chau would have pointed out that I would have been a part of the army, have a fitness business, pretty much still train national team, and something that is separate from fitness, I'm actually a trained electrician. That is my main trade, electrician. I'm an electrician, so I still do that on the side sometimes. How I find time, I don't know, but time management is key. If you really want to achieve anything in life, you have to manage your time. Social media have consumed us, electronic devices have consumed us, but the best way to manage your time is to write. Writing. Whatever for me. You have to write down what you plan to do and just tick them off. Can't be done on an electronic device. Pen and paper is the most effective way. Back to basic. So when you really want to get a lot of things done, write. That is the most powerful way. And as you, whatever you have planned today, you write it, you tick it off. You didn't finish it, you know you have to roll it over until tomorrow. And then tomorrow have its own projects, so you still have to get it done. So that's pretty much a little bit from me, that manage your time better. So just by saying that now, I just want to add pretty much the reason that persons always present that they can't work out because of time. I just explained that I work out for 5 minutes, 15 minutes a day, but I do 3 different 5 minutes. So you could work out, you could do a quick 5 minutes just before the shower in the morning. You could do something on the decks, some shoulder press, some chest squeeze, some tricep dips on the bench, on the chair, stand up and sit. And then in the evening, for your shower again, 15 minutes. The Ministry of Health internationally says that you need half-hour workout per day. And that half-hour workout per day will keep you active and healthy. So if you take the elevator less and walk over the stairs, pretty much will get in that half-hour workout per day, along with the 5 minutes I just explained to you. So those are my few words. I could go on and on, but thanks for having me.
No problem. Well, thanks again, Anthony. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for gracing us with your presence, giving us a little insight into what your life is like as a trainer, as a soldier, as an electrician, and thanks for the little words of wisdom at the end. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you very much.
All right, Kepple. All right, guys, that was Anthony Kepple, trainer of the Jamaican National Cricket Team and soldier, and as we found out at the end, and a trained electrician. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel. And next week, we spoke about him today a couple of times. We'll be featuring Mikael Williams, Mick Physique. Don't forget, join us then. See you then. Bye.